calls to make flu shots free nationwide. It comes after the Queensland government announced a free vaccination blitz for all residents in the face of an absolutely horrible influenza season. And while vulnerable Aussies can already get a jab at no cost, the rest of the country can expect to pay anywhere between $20 and $30. Queensland's jab incentive is only temporary, with the program running across the state until the end of August. Dr. Maria Bolton is the president of the Australian Medical Association in Queensland. Morning to you, Doctor. Thanks for being with us. Wow, is this too little too late?
Good morning, Mon. I guess it's not too late. We're still seeing an increase in the cases of especially influenza B in Queensland, and it's affecting the younger people, and we're seeing that 50% of the people in hospital at the moment are under the age of 20 years of age, and the cases keep rising, and we haven't seen a peak yet, so we do encourage people to step up and go and book for a flu vaccine.
Maria, it must be so frustrating for your members, for doctors and nurses on the front line, to see so many cases that are ending up in hospital, overwhelming hospitals in a lot of cases, when it can be preventable. Maybe not getting it, but the severity can definitely be mitigated enormously by getting this flu shot. But people can't afford it at the moment.
And that is why we are backing this initiative to make
flu vaccines free for all.
Flu vaccines free for all.
For the future. And we just can't be doing this every year in midwinter, declaring that free flu vaccines will be free, because then people will expect it and then they will wait until they are free. And yes, the cost of living pressures are biting, and when you have a family of 4 people, cost does add up, and that's why it's so important for the government to consider funding this initiative, and so that Queensland families and Australian families have better access to those vaccines.
Okay, so we're looking at between $5 and $10 million that this would cost, which I imagine is relatively small when you think about not only the personal cost, but the cost of caring for all these people and taking them out of the economy.
Yes, particularly, the cost of losing people. We've lost 56 Queenslanders already, which is incredibly sad. We also are experiencing, our hospitals are very strained at the moment. So whatever we can do to keep people healthy out of hospital and, to continue working and going to school, it makes perfect sense. These vaccines have been around for decades. They're very safe. Anyone over the age of 6 months is eligible, and we know that they do help, and they definitely help keeping people out of hospital.
Australia is seeing a surge of children needing hospital care after catching the flu. A doctor here says it's concerning, but that it gives Canada a chance to learn and prepare for its own flu season. The latest Australian government report shows 71% of people hospitalized with the flu were younger than 16. And while the overall number of flu cases is less than what it was this time last year, hospitals are admitting a higher rate of 5 to 9-year-olds than children ages 0 to 4 who have a weaker immune system. A Montreal-based doctor says that's a warning.
There's a red flag waving at us right now saying to be on the alert.
A red flag waving at us right now saying to be on the alert.
And to get protected.
The increase isn't caused by a new strain. Nearly all detected flu types were caused by types encountered before, A or B. Yaremko says it's the number of flu shots. Coverage dropped about 8% from last year for those aged 5 to 15, and 4% for those under 5. Canada's Public Health Agency says it's monitoring Southern Hemisphere flu seasons. Ours usually starts somewhere between October and January, and that gives health officials here time to prepare the flu shots.
Yaremko says the key is for people to get them.